Hello there, this is Luke52 and I'm here with my first game review. Today I will be reviewing the WRC FIA World Rally Championship game from 2010 by Blackbean. So here we are in the menu. It's a game based on the 2010 WRC season. It was officially licensed and it was often quite criticised, and I think quite unfairly. So at the moment we're going through the menus. These are quite heavily consolised in so much as the fact you can't use your mouse in the menu, it's solely keyboard. So now we're going to show you some of the Group B cars. These were 1980s rally cars, if you weren't aware, and they were so fast that they ended up getting banned because they were too dangerous. Interestingly, the Citroen BX4 TC I've not seen in any other game. Now we're going to the JWRC cars. These are a mixture of R2 class, R3 class and Super 1600 cars. These are all front wheel drive hatchbacks of between 160 and 200 odd horsepower. They're the beginner cars and they are very easy to drive on this game. They're very neutral. Then we've got the production WRC cars, which are Group N4. Which basically means that they are very similar to production cars. So you've only got four-wheel drives in there. Now we've got the Super 2000 cars, which are basically similar to regular hatchbacks, but they've got almost WRC style body kits on them, and they've got 2-litre naturally aspirated engines with four-wheel drive transmissions. Now we're on the full WRC cars. These are all pretty much the majority of the regular cars from the 2010 season. You've got the Focuses, the C4s, and there's one Impreza in there as well. So here's an example of a loading screen on the Japan track. I'm not actually going to show you footage of that car because it's a lot more boring. You've got a whole bunch of settings to play with, but they're quite nondescript. You can't really tell how much difference each one makes, and there's only sort of a few settings there, but it's reasonable. So here we're going to show you some footage of me driving on Rally Sweden, which is a snow rally. The game includes all of the rallies from the 2010 WRC season. Some of them are tarmac, some of them are snow, well this is the only snow one, and some of them are gravel. I'm driving the Citroen C4 WRC here. As you can hear, the auto gearbox can be a little bit slow to change at times. You get the co-driver speaking, and it's a choice of male or female depending on which car you have. I've hit the wall there and you can see the damage indicator on the right. You can see your hairpin indicator on there and a bit of drift, and got that wrong. The cars are the four-wheel drive cars can be quite loose at times. They can be quite tricky, and I'm bumping into everything here. The lower the number on this game, the tighter the corner. Some of the games it's the other way around. As you can see, the bonnet flies up over bumps when it's damaged. Into a hairpin here, use a handbrake and get it completely wrong. Front-wheel drive cars are much more neutral and much easier to drive. So this is the finish. I won this stage, and now I'm being given the option to insert my name into the record books. So now we're driving a Super 2000 car on a gravel stage. I believe this is Rally New Zealand. I wasn't quite so quick in this car. They've got less power than WRC cars. They're still quite fun to drive though. The four-wheel drive cars are very loose. This is quite a tricky section which I really didn't get right. But we've got bridges here. The stages all fit the game, the sort of what you'd expect them to be. And now this is the major bug on this game. This is an R3 class Civic. Now watch the tail lights. You look carefully, you will see that they're not positioned correctly and they are slightly apart from the car. That's probably the only major bug I've seen in this, other than the fact that it does sometimes glitch out my wheel. So, what do I give this game? Well, I would probably say about 4 out of 5. The physics are a lot better than a lot of people give them credit for. The game is not hyper easy. The graphics are again, better than what people give it credit for. They're pretty solid for 2010. They're not outrageously spectacular, but they do the job. The sounds are okay, if not spectacular. The co-drivers can be a bit annoying, but there's a good choice of cars. There's a few bugs. It sometimes kicks my steering wheel out, but the support generally is good. So yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment and subscribe. So this was Note 52 and this is WRC 2010.
Left 6. Hairpin right, low, fence, outside. Right 6. Don't think we have a worse start than this. Hairpin left, low, wall, outside.